Boop, boop, boop. Oh. I don't know. Does it work now? Hey. Here we go. Hey. Somehow, I got this shit to work. Oh. And of course I have another, another wonderful, great music from the movies. Yes, this is what we're doing today. Just gonna hold this up for a minute so I can keep getting organized. We love ourselves some Reader's Digest. Anyways, I thought I would start it. There's 4 records, but there are, it looks like 8 movies. Again, this is not from now. It's not contemporary or anything like that. So I'm not familiar with some of the movies that are on here. Maybe some of you will be. But there's a couple of pamphlets in there. One of them says welcome. So I'm thinking I might read a little bit, since I don't really, I only have one person, so. Hey. Oh yeah, this is what we're doing today. So for the moment, like I said, let me see here. I just gotta share with you some of the stuff that comes in this. I mean, if this doesn't just scream, I mean, I love it. It is just, I don't know, it's very datey. Let's see here. See how cute. Look at these outfits. Come on now. I mean, was this a great time? This was a great time. It says, I'm trying to find a date on everything again. Sometimes they hide it. They hide stuff. Why do they hide it? I don't know. Because they know my eyes aren't great. I think they do it on purpose. But anyway, so the fascinating story of film music. Mood, motion, and emotion. I'm guessing this is a scene from Gone with the Wind? Just a guess. Just a guess. Let's see what it says. Oh yeah. No. I thought this went along with this, but maybe it doesn't. Let's see what it has to say. There's only 3 of you. It's okay if you come and you go. I don't mind. Let's see. Oh, let me see. I'm gonna read a little bit from this. The fascinating story of film music. So do you remember with nostalgic... Oh no, sorry, I'm already wrong. With nostalgia, favorite movies, scenes like meeting of Jennifer Jones and William Holden in Love is a Many Splendored Thing, the awesome desert journeys of Lawrence of Arabia, the plantation dance in Gone with the Wind, the tingling, suspenseful moments of Laura. The music in this album will bring back many wonderful memories like these, because this music that is beautifully a part of the mood of each film. And because it is lasting great music. Okay, so I am going to read this. I might bore the heck out of some of you, but this way you'll understand where this is all coming from. At its greatest, film music can be enjoyed for its romantic qualities, can also be appreciated as an important structural part of a motion picture, rather than mere decoration. In the beginnings of the silent film, music was used frankly to fill the terrible void of silence. But filmmakers soon learned that certain scenes meant more when accompanied by music. This added emotional stimulus proved so important that music has grown up with the movie industry. Today, the motion picture is a multiple art form, a combination of literature, drama, and music. Music has long been a part of the drama. The classic Greek tragedy had flute accompaniment. Masks were performed to music in Elizabethan days. In the 18th century, there were lavish theatrical productions, which included symphonic incidental music. Managers believed that if Shakespeare's plays were to appeal to the general public, they would need a certain amount of musical dressing up. An example of this is the well-known overture and incidental music to Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream by Felix Mendelssohn. Hi, good morning. I'm reading kind of a little intro to my next Reader's Digest collection. And it's actually kind of interesting. So I'm going to continue it. I may lose you. That's okay too. So it says, I'll show you the pictures after I focus on the words. What does film music do? Music establishes mood, describes and moves with the motion and progress of a film, and stimulates the audience's imagination and emotion. The soundtrack of a film has three components: the spoken word, sound effects, for example, wind, rain, gunshots, horses' hooves, etc., and music. The renowned film composer Hugo Friedhofer? He has said, I feel that the composers should regard the visual element as it's Latin, cantus firmus, constant song, accompanied by two counterpoints, i.e. dialogue and sound effects. It's his problem to invent a third counterpart which will complement the texture already in existence. Please keep in mind, I've never read this stuff, so I'm looking at it for the first time. I'm going to make mistakes, especially pronunciations of names and anything else that is unfamiliar to me. But again, I'm going to go ahead and do it because it gives me a nice baseline and an understanding of what the heck we're about to listen to. So music in films helps to answer the following questions. What are we doing? Action music. Where are we? Scenic music. What year is it? Period music. What is going to happen? Music of dramatic tension. What are the characters' feelings? Emotional music. And music sets the stage. Okay, when it's played during the title credits of the film. Such music is called the main title theme. A stirring march preceded the Seahawk. A gentle love strain was played before Love is a Many Splendored Thing. A sinister misterizio? How cool of a word is that? A mysterious theme began charade. Charade? Charade. Charade. Tomato, tomato. Charade. Film music also creates interludes and bridges between scenes. It smooths out the transition from one wildly contrasting setting to another. For example, a character may be a small boy in one scene, then after a slow fade, he's shown at maturity. This otherwise abrupt change can be smoothed musically by using a motive theme for the character, presenting it in a simple way when he is a child and then developing it into full orchestral setting during the change of scene to manhood. In addition, music helps the actor make personal contact with the viewer. This is a lot, but it's interesting, anyways, to me. Okay, it brings him up to the footlights and helps provide the illusion of physical presence, which an actor has in live theater. And when he speaks an extended monologue and it is in camera, close up, a subtle musical background can enhance the mood, keep the scene moving, and help the actor hold its audience. All right, so there's some pictures here. We got Around the World in 80 Days represented, Roadhouse, Love is a Many Splendored Thing, Laura, Zorba's Dance, Zorba the Greek, To Have and Have Not, The Third Man, and Never on Sunday. So I'll go ahead and show you these. Let's see if I can find, okay, start here. So these are really super, little black and whites. Wait, did I get them all in there? I think so. Did you see the bottom ones? Maybe not. Yes. Anyways, okay. Who knew? I guess if you're, more photos. All right, how has music been put to films? Music has accompanied movies in three ways. Live musicians played in the theater as silent films were shown. Oh, no kidding. I didn't know that. How cool is that? Did you know that? Musicians played live during silent films in the theater. Did you know that? Oh, I just make it with coconut oil. Doesn't really need anything else. You can throw some salt in if you want. You can throw anything in if you want. Popcorn maker. Doesn't really matter. I'm not really that big of a popcorn fan. I just happen to have made popcorn for a while. I go through little phases of things. I don't really have a favorite anything. All right. Shh. Don't distract me with popcorn questions. That to me sounds like it has a hidden agenda. Okay. Pardon my attitude. It's just the way life is right now. Okay. But anyway, how cool is that? So if you go to a theater to see a silent film, there's actually a band there that I love that. Why don't they still do that? That would be amazing. Well, they kind of do. No, they don't. I was going to say theater is very similar, but no. I think they should still do that. That would be fantastic. Okay. So live musicians played in the theater as silent films were shown. Later, phonograph records with music and dialogue were played over loudspeakers in the theater and synchronized with the action. And finally, the music and voices were recorded directly onto the film next to the images of the movie itself. The soundtrack that is still used today. I don't know. I think I want to go backward. I just love that idea. I love that idea. The silent film became a popular form of public entertainment near the end of the 19th century. It was accompanied by pianists of Hearts and Flowers School. The pianists were graduates of the music hall, and they performed from 1 to 11 p.m. daily for as little as $4 per week. Wow, they must really love what they were doing. Well, I speak from experience there. Not with music, but with something else. Beethoven and Liszt were played as Little Nell was tied to the railroad tracks. Ah, I know that scene. When our hero rescued her, the works of Schubert and Schumann accompanied the subsequent love scene. The piano was later replaced by the very popular and more expressive Wurlitzer pipe organ. Music publishers sold volumes of classified mood music with their recommendations as to what sort of scene each piece should accompany. This categorized incidental music often had titles like Stop Thief, The Mortgage is Due, Hiss the Villain, Help, Help, Gruesome Old Lady, and Custard Pie in the Face. I'm unfamiliar with all of those, so got a lot to learn. Ambitious theater managers hired live orchestras to play for films, but this didn't work out too well. Why? I love that idea. The musicians played for their usual numbers without regard for what was happening on the screen. It was disconnected. Okay, Rossini's William Tell Overture inappropriately accompanied the love scene, oh no, and Mendelssohn's Spring Song backed a stagecoach robbery. Okay, well, you do need some synchronicity. You can't just play willy-nilly. So let's see. We can fix that. We can fix that. That's an easy fix. I think they were just having a blast. Or they just didn't like the film. Who knows? Anyways, when the musicians ran out of music, they left for the day, and the film proceeded to an exciting, though silent finale. What? You're not allowed to get up and leave till the movie's over. All right, we got to work out some contractual deals, synchronicities, general interest the musicians need to have in the film. I mean, we have to go over some details, but we might make this happen. As films became more popular, a notable change occurred. The imaginative D.W. Griffith, the most famous early producer, sent elaborately arranged orchestral music to the better theaters to be played during the shows of his Birth of Nation. This music was partly original. Griffith himself had had a hand in composing it. But it contained quotations from Beethoven, Grieg, Liszt, Rossini, Tchaikovsky, and Wagner, all music free of copyright, mixed with the Dixie and the Star-Spangled Banner. Rival producers then engaged famous composers. Camille Saint-Saëns was one of the first. Others were Arthur Honegger and Darius Milhaud to write music for their films. Oh, I'll stop there, catch you up on these photos. So here we see the lady from Shanghai, Brandon DeWield in Shane, East of Eden, The Alamo, Casablanca, El Cid, Charade, the Sandpipers. Check these out. I think these are just as cool as the records, especially if you don't have a connection to the movies that they This might give you a little glimpse. I kind of have to giggle at the mismatches of music along with what they're watching, but you know, there's always a learning curve to everything, right? Oh, I'm not doing a good job with this one. Well, what I'm seeing is delayed, so sorry. Okay, let me continue. I see nobody wants to listen, so that's okay. I'm finding it interesting, and so considering this is my time and my experience that I'm sharing with you, you know, you're either in or you're out. All right, don't forget that all this music was for silent films, and it was the job of the conductor of the orchestra to fit the music to the picture at each showing. The story titles flashed on the screen were written into the musical score to help him do this. When there was no dialogue card, cues were written in the music, such as he opens the door, she looks into his eyes, and the dam bursts and the water rushes forth. Those are some pretty big clues. In 1926, Warner Brothers released the first synchronized sound film, Don Juan, the jazz singer, arrived in 1927, and the public again marveled at the lip synchronization. Al Johnson could be seen and heard singing Mammy. Phonograph records made by the studio were sent to the theaters with the film and played over amplified loudspeakers. Needless to say, the record did not always stay in groove with the film. In groove. Ah! Great musics from the movies. Where's the groove thing? Oh, it's DYNAGROOVE. That's where I saw the groove. I guess that was a new thing. Maybe overlapping music with theater. I'll have to look into that. Okay, needless to say, the record did not always stay in groove with the film, and faulty synchronizing often had comic results. I was gonna say. The first genuine talking film, The Lights of New York, appeared in 1929. The sound was recorded directly on the film next to the corresponding scene, so there was no longer any worry about synchronization. Hollywood went all out with the new sound medium. All kinds of film expression became possible. Movie musicals, Eric Korngold and Oscar Hammerstein, too, wrote an original movie operetta, Give Us This Night, for Gladys Swarthout and Jan Kapura. Animated cartoons with pre-recorded music, such as Mickey Mouse. Oh, funny enough. Documentaries with sound effects and music. Most important of all, the dramatic film. In the love stories, war epics, westerns, and adventure stories of the 1930s and 1940s, original music for films reached its greatest heights and became part of the cultural life. The new medium captured the imagination and talents of some of the world's greatest composers. In England, Ralph Vaughan Williams, Sir William Walton, Gustav Holst, and Sir Arthur Bliss. In Russia, Sergei Prokofiev, oh my gosh, pardon me, Sergei, and Dmitri Shostakovich. In Germany, Hans Eisler. France, George Auric and Eric Satie. In America, Virgil Thomson and Aaron Copland. Even actors like Charlie Chaplin wrote film scores. Oh, his movies are the best. I mean, he was totally in his own world, and he really was. The composer who turns to film as new and last as a rewind. The composer who turns to film as a new and lasting phase of his career must meet very specialized requirements. To fill this need, a new breed appeared, the Hollywood composer. These were usually men of the theater with an unerring sense of the dramatic. Among the masters of the new medium were Hugo Friedhofer, Eric Korngold, Max Steiner, Alfred Newman, Franz Waxman, Bernard Herrmann, Miklos Rosa, and Dmitri Tom. Where are the women? On screen, yes, but where are the women? Composers. I know they existed. Okay. A few more photos. We've got Lily, Three Coins in the Fountain, The Magnificent Seven, Saratoga Trunk, A Woman's Commands, and this Exodus. Okay, let me show you these. Interesting. I'm almost done, not too much torture left. Okay. How do film composers work? All right, let's see what other information we can find. Thank you, Reader's Digest. I find this stuff kind of interesting. But that's me. Oh. Okay. Imagine the tremendous amount of talent, taste, and labor that is necessary to capture a theme or a scene of a story or the emotional development of a character. The loves, hates, joys, fears. How does one musically portray the burning of Atlanta, or meeting a girl, or parting of the Red Sea? Film composers write motive themes for the principal characters. Chase music, love music, misterioso, I can't say that one, misteriosos. Good luck pronouncing it. Anyway, it means mystery. And tension music, but how do they make them an integral part of each film? A composer who accepts such a challenge must be prepared to do weeks of research into the period he is writing about. He must understand the film's plot and major characters. He must absorb 1,000 details into his subconscious before his talent sends forth melody. Ooh, how's that for a powerful line? He must absorb 1,000 details into his subconscious before his talent sends forth melody. Wow, I mean, they're really giving imagination some serious credit here. Okay. Hi, three of you. Anyways, just to catch you up, I'm reading a little bit about what we're about to listen to. Is the music written first, and the picture fitted to it? Is the picture shot first and the music added later? The answer is both. There are two basic types of film music: realistic music and functional music. Realistic music accompanies a scene in which music is actually performed by the characters, such as a dance hall sequence, a vocal solo, a chorus, a symphony, or a violin solo. This music is recorded first, and the actors listen to it playback as the scene is being photographed. Functional music is a mood music used as background, and since the actors are involved in other activities in the scene, the music is recorded after the film is finished and dubbed in later. Methods differ with each composer, but here's a typical one. The composer first meets in a story conference with the producer and the director. His task is not to just set music to the story. He must be in sympathy with the other members of the filmmaking crew and fully understand their objectives. Oh, I love that. He must be in sympathy with them. Okay, so if you're not really in the same emotional context, you're going to miss it. You're going to miss your cue. Love that. Love that. Whoever wrote this stuff, I love it. Anyway, his task is not just to set music to a story. After that sympathy issue, next composer screens the entire film to get a feeling of the general mood without regard for the technical problems of putting music to it. He then looks at the film one reel at a time, deciding where it needs music and timing, and cueing each segment. Afterward, he talks with the sound effect man and technicians who control the dialogue tracks to see what their requirements are. Teamwork! He must know exactly where the actors speak so that he will not write loud music in the wrong place. Of course not. Now, I have a problem with that when I do, when I do my shorts. That's a challenge, to try to time it so you're not overlapping or covering up something crucial to the understanding of that snippet of visual. Yeah, it's hard. He must know exactly where the actors speak so he will not write loud music in the wrong place. Next, he has a second meeting with the producer and director to explain the style of music he's going to write, which scenes he feels should or should not have music. Wow, he gets to actually, wow, so he has a lot to say. Then he proceeds to the solitary confinement of his music room, where he this is typical. Then he proceeds to the solitary confinement of his music room, where he usually spends from 4 weeks to 6 months writing the music. When the work is orchestrated, the score for each instrument must be individually handwritten by the copyist. I wonder if he gets to watch over the action, too. I don't know. At last, an orchestra is hired and placed on a soundstage, equipped with many microphones, a movie screen, earphones, clocks, and indescribably complicated paraphernalia. First, the orchestra rehearses the music for the scene, which is then shown on a screen that the conductor can see behind the orchestra. Aha! The voices of the actors are not played back into the studio. The conductor hears them However, on earphones, I was going to say, okay. This is done so that the sound technicians can record the music and keep it separate from the other elements of the soundtrack, keeping it clean. The music is then recorded as the picture is running. The conductor shapes and molds the music to fit the picture by variations of loudness and softness, tempo and dramatic shading. Sometimes he must repeat the performance over and over again to synchronize the music exactly with the picture. Later in the dubbing room, several engineers mix and refine the dialogue, sound effects, and the music onto the soundtrack of the finished film. Such is the process, the customary sequence in the creation of music for the screen stories that have delighted and charmed and thrilled us. Hollywood has offered enormous salaries to gifted composers to work in motion pictures, but the challenge and problems of film music are so great that it seems certain that it's an artist's self-satisfaction and pride in his accomplishment which brings him his greatest pleasure, as it should. Far too many wealthy composers who are renowned in other fields have returned to Hollywood repeatedly for there to be any doubt that writing for films is extremely satisfying expression of the art of music. Yeah, I shouldn't have left. I should go back. Yeah, we all have those days. Through the magical talent of outstanding composers, great music from the movies, ta-da, will not only recall for you many golden moments from your most cherished experiences in viewing films, but move you for its own power and beauty, as only fine music can do. Where's the date? I can't ever find a date on this stuff. So the producer for the great music from the movies is Charles Gerhardt. Sound engineers, Kenneth Wilkinson and Michael Males. Special arrangements and orchestrations by Hill Bowen, Robert Docker, Douglas Gamley, Charles Gerhardt, Ronnie Hazelhurst, Gary Hughes, Len Stevens, Wally Scott, and Ken Thorne. It says the producer expresses his gratitude to the following people for information, assistance, and special material. Rudy Fair of Warner Brothers Pictures, Inc., Frank Rodriguez of 20th Century Fox Pictures, Inc., Matt Goldman of MPHC, Max Steiner, Alfred Newman, Lionel Newman, George Korngold, Mir Matheson, Chappell and Company, and Robbins Music. Recorded in Walthamstow Town Hall and Kingsway Hall in London. Okay. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So now we know what we're getting ourselves into. Those of you who have left the room, so be it. Those of you who stayed, I say we listen to a little bit of music now. Okay? We'll take it out. We'll get it started. Oh, it's not in the pocket, but it's here. Okay. Love is a many splendored thing. I don't know if any of you have seen that movie. Maybe I will look it up and show you bits and pieces of it while the record is playing. How's that for a thought? I'm going to multitask today. You never know what you could come up with, right? In the moment. Run with it. Okay. So, I'm going to lose this. If it drops, it drops. Okay, guys? So bear with me. I haven't done this in a while. I've been blocked. So, hey, why not? It's crappy outside. It's cold, it's dreary. First day spring tomorrow. They say it's going to be like 60s. So I figured today is the perfect day. Hide out, play some records. So here we go. On this one is Love is a Many Splendored Thing. Side 2 will be the big songs from abroad. So I have to look up 2. Oh no, there's several. Oh, they all fit underneath that. Never mind. Okay. We've got Love is a Many Splendored Thing. We've got Laura. We've got Again from the Roadhouse, Rosemary Squires. We've got Three Coins in the Fountain. And we've got Zorba's Dance. Oh, that's probably really good. And then I'll fill you in on side 2. In the meantime, maybe I'll look that one up. Okay, let's play. Let's play. Whoa! Holy cow. I'm a little tired. Things are a little crazy when I'm tired. Anybody in the chat? Sorry, I'm not keeping up with anything. Apologize for that. I was too busy reading. Da-da, 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 da-da. Da-da-da-da. All right, let me see. What the heck are you? Let's see. Woo! Would you look at that? Hey, quiet down. Jennifer Jones. Sorry, Jennifer. Ah! Ooh. Beach scene. So, this was put together by YouTube Movies and TV. Apparently you can buy or rent it. Anyway, a little compilation. Nice, right? I mean, sometimes you have to say nothing. This is Laura? Mystery movie? Does it sound like mystery music? 1944 classic mystery movie? Ooh. I might be wrong. This music actually goes with this. I don't know if it's in sync because the visual is muted, but that must be Laura. No? Is it a man or a woman? It's a man. Could still be Laura these days. Laura, come on, where are you? Where are you, Laura? Let's find Laura. There's Laura in her hat. Leaving the room, of course. Damn, Laura, turn around. Here she is. Woo! Okay. That was KVBY Film Leary. Good stuff right there. Thank you for that. Let's look up the next one. I can't see the lines on the record. I'm in a bad spot. Ooh. Okay, the next one's from Roadhouse. I found a snippet from a Nikki Smith -EI2TP. Thank you for this.
Again, this couldn't happen again. This is at once in a lifetime. This is a thrill divine. And what's more,
Pretty song, huh?
this never happened
Before.
though I have prayed for a lifetime that such as you
Hackers interrupting.
suddenly be mine to hold as I'm holding you now, and yet never so near. Mine to have when the now and the here disappear. What matters, dear, for when this doesn't happen again? We'll have this moment forever, but never, never again.
Oh, this would make me want to watch this. I'd be like, what's this about? If a song in the first couple bars can make you think about love and what love could potentially bring out in you, or a memory of what someone you loved brought out in you, this composer is spot on. Piece de resistance, or what? Oh, chef's kiss. What are all those things people say?
And yet,
I don't know. This is the kind of song that makes you want to sit a little closer to the person next to you.
mine to have when the now and the here disappear.
Who is this woman? I don't know, but I really like her voice.
What matters, dear,
Doesn't say.
for when
Doesn't say.
this doesn't happen again. We'll have this moment forever,
Forever.
but never, never.
Well, I guess my chat's been blocked too. What else is new? Okay. That was beautiful. I might have to look that movie up. Roadhouse. Okay, 3 Coins in the Fountain is the next one. This again is from YouTube Movies and TV. You can buy or rent it. 3 Coins in the Fountain. Do you love the graphics from the 40s, 50s? I love them. Love them. Well, if I had thought ahead of time and organized this, I probably could have done a better job, but hopefully you're appreciating what I'm doing. Sometimes a visual can bring back an auditory and vice versa. And if you haven't seen the movies, they're still out there. Clearly YouTube, you can buy or rent them. Thank you, YouTube, for these wonderful advertisements. Now, I don't know, I'm just CinemaScope. I love it. Give you a little idea. Now I'm picturing somebody, a composer, cooped up in their room, creating this. I don't know why that struck me funny, it just did. Not everybody has to hide to think. Some people do. I put no forethought to this stuff, just so you know. Winging as I go. Not even sure why I thought to do that. Oh, to be a composer, right? Can you imagine hearing this before it's on paper? Before it's musical notes for an instrumentalist to approach? Just to be able to hear this in your mind before giving it a passageway to enter other people's minds. I just, like I said, musicians are magicians. That includes composers, instrumentalists, anybody who can create something that affects your senses. I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's amazing. To me it is. No, I do know. It is amazing. Scratch the I don't know. Because I do know. And again, my perspective. Give it or leave it. Take it or leave it. Okay. I mean, this kind of music changes your breathing. It changes your whole, aesthetic. Whole aesthetic of your emotionality. Pretty awesome. Sounds like spring. Best sound ever to wake up to. Happy birds. Love that. Okay, the last one on this side is Zorba's Dance from Zorba the Greek. I found what I think is love it. I think, I could be wrong. Antonio with a U, thank you for this video. Sorry. I'm not sure if this is the music that goes with it, but it might be a good matchup. I love this. it looks like he's teaching him. Maybe? It says the final scene. Hello there, Zorba. Woo! How can you not fall in love with that character? You know, like how? That kind of ends a little bit after that. But again, that was Antonio. I-O-U. Anthony Antonio. Sorry, I'm just winging this. I love it though. I love it. Does this make you wanna get up and be Greek and dance the way they do? Does me. Music has that effect. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, side one. I don't know if you guys are enjoying this, but actively seeking out the movie is so much fun. Anyways, I'd enjoy it just as a record, but I don't have too much connection to any of these movies, so this is helping me. I love the black and white movies. Absolutely love them. I adore them. Okay, I flipped the record. The next one is, you're going to hear more from Mondo Kane. You're going to hear the Third Man theme from the Third Man. You're going to hear Never on Sunday from Never on Sunday. Laronde from Laronde. Le Tourbillon from Jules and Jim. Tourbillon? La Dolce Vita, and that's, of course, from La Dolce Vita. Okay, so let me see if I can find a snippet of the first one and let you guys have a listen. This is from Ost Music Mix. Is it a good one? I don't know. If it's just a record, I can't show it. Hold on. Apologize. I need a little snippet of the actual... This is a hard one to find. No luck here yet. Listen to the drumming though. Very marching like. What's this movie about? Is it a war movie? Ocean related. I see some. Where's the movie? Not having any luck with this one. Very chill though. Oh, is this it? That looks scary. A documentary, Mondo Kane? Really? Again, this is from YouTube Movies. What are they doing in a kitchen? I don't know. This is what I'm finding. Well, this one is in black and white. But it says it's a documentary, so I don't know. He finished his plate. I'm not exactly sure what this is. See, now I'm a little bit intrigued. I wouldn't have known it was a documentary. All right, let me see. Now that just, okay. Third man theme. The third man. Okay. Hope it doesn't mean like a third party situation. We don't like that. Here's the official trailer from Studio Canal UK. Listen to that funky sound. Okay, ready? Studio Canal, thank you. That car driving by hit that sound really good. That was kind of cool. Kind of a cool ending. We'll take it. We'll take it. I like that music. That looked like your typical mystery kind of. Never on Sunday. Let's see what this one is. Are we ready? Connie Francis? Let's see. All right, this one's from YouTube Movies and TV. Oh, I've heard this. Didn't know what it went for. Cool. Let's see if we can share this one a little. YouTube to YouTube. You gotta love it. Hey, oh, I recognize him. Whoa, smile for the camera. Oh, he must be a reporter. Had a good facial expression on that guy. Is there a part with... See, that matches the music. The scene. Come on. Yeah. I don't know how you can get copyrighted for YouTube on YouTube. I feel like that's a plus. Oh, wait. There's the pretty lady. I don't care if you block me. I'm giving everybody credit. This is YouTube to YouTube. Why you would block me is so silly. Should say thank you for advertising a movie that we have on here. Why, thank you. Maybe someone in the audience didn't know it was available. Ha! Ha! She goes. Whatever they gotta do. Whatever they gotta do. All right, LaRonde is next. No. Get back, Jack. LaRonde, 4K restoration back in cinemas. This is from Curzon. Thank you for this. Looks like a gorgeous black and white movie. Really pretty scores of music in this one. I love dance scenes. Oh my goodness. Gee, if I was trying to steal it, would I advertise it? I don't think so, YouTube. I don't think so. All right, blah, blah, blah. Can't pronounce it, but I will look it up. Oh, my brain must have heard this before. What is that? Jules and Jim? Not having any luck finding this one. Sounds like a carnival type like song, doesn't it? Let's see. Let's try this way. This is from Umbrella Entertainment, and it is a trailer, so this is a good one to share. Always give credit where credit is due. Sometimes I'm a little delayed, but I always respect that. Oh, maybe it's like accompanying a bike ride in the countryside instead of a carnival. French film, clearly. Sorry, it took me a while to find that one. Okay, the last one is La Dole Show. Oh, Vita. Whoa, this one is intense. Woo! Hello. Take that. Take that. Take that, said the girl. 1960. This is a little snippet from Super 8. No, Super 7. I read 7 but said 8. That's what my brain does with numbers. All right. Thank you, Super 7-006, if you're looking for this movie. See why it's so intense. Do you see the hogwash on my screen? This is the crap I have to constantly deal with, by the way. Instead of just enjoying what I'm doing. Yeah. Welcome to my world. Do, 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 do. See, look. It is what it is. Let me move it along. Do, 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 do. What is she doing? Some serious shades. Fancy hat day. Or is it a wig? Woo! Shake it, lady, shake it. So cute. Hello, I would like, hello. Oh, I bet this is a funny movie. Do, 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 do. Remember old phones? Do you remember those? They still work. Those old phones. She's a trip. I gotta find out more about this movie. Yeah, put your drink down, she said. Super cool. Find another. Listen to this beautiful music. She must be somebody important. She's got a very Marilyn Monroe kind of quality about her. I have to see who this woman is. I love that polka dot stuff they all wore in that era. Uh-oh, what's the matter? We have to get her out of here. God darn paparazzi, can't you just leave these people alone? Look at this paparazzi, look at them. Paparazzi, gotta love them. Anyways, well, that was record number 1. And considering I'm being harassed on my screen, which is kind of irritating, I'll save record number 2 for another day. This was absolutely joyful. So happy to be back on. Kind of a bummer. Nobody was in my chat to chat with today, but oh, so typical. Oh, so typical. Typical of my YouTube experience. I think there was one day where I actually had more than 25 people in here and positive people in here. So, you know, I haven't given up. There's always hope. what are you going to do? But there's no reason to chit-chat if there's nobody in here, correct? Correct. But this was very cool. So, I don't know when I'll be back again. Who knows? Maybe later. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe never. Because, you know, life throws you many a curveball. And lately I've been hit with some mad curves. And I'm not talking about my physique. I'm talking about curves from out there, out in the real world. Just kidding around. Yeah. But anyways, pleasure. This was fun. Maybe I'll do a little like ahead of time. No, I won't. I won't. I like the impulsivity. I like the fact that I'm not going to look at the second record ahead of time. It is what it is. I'm going to do it the way I did it today. If you don't like it, then you know not to pop in and not to stay. Did I just write a poem? I think I might have. You know, if you read enough children's literature, your brain just does it naturally. And I think that's why I do that. No actual attempt. But anyway, I guess I'll sign off. It's been a pleasure. And as far as the copyright baloney that I see down at the bottom, I always acknowledge. I've never really searched a bunch of stuff, but I made sure I tried to pronounce the name of the person who posted it. And if you were to search it, you'll recognize it off of this, and then it'll bring people to that particular channel. So my hopes is to constantly be a conduit and to connect people to things. Hey, apparently through music and Reader's Digest. I love you guys. So anyways, have yourself a great day, and I don't foresee my clouds leave until tomorrow. It's going to be nice tomorrow, so that's your reason to get through today, at least here where I am. And so far, very little crazy going on around here today. So anyway, have a good one. Bye. See ya.